He was an original investor, and when he actually looked at the vision of the marketing concept of this business, he decided to join us as a consultant. He will tell you his story. Please help me welcome our original investor, Mr. Joey Kyle.
In 2006, I got a phone call from Jerry Thompson Jr., and he wanted to schedule some time to see if I'd visit with him. And I got to know Jerry back in the 1990s. Jerry was president of Caprock Communication, and I was fortunate at that time to be president of our family business. I was one lucky guy. I was the third generation of my family. I had a grandmother in 1957 who started a business called Home Interiors and Gifts. And we grew that to $1 billion enterprise and sold it in 1998. And I got to be the third generation of our family to be part of it. People will say I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth. It was a silver punch bowl. I mean, I was one lucky kid. And I was grateful for that opportunity. I got to meet presidents. I got to meet heads of states. Saw and did things I just so fortunate to be a part of, and wonderful memories. But it was through being president of that company back in the 90s, I got to meet Jerry Thompson. And so he knew of the legacy of my grandmother and my father and our business. And so he called me in 2006, and he explained a little about what you've seen here. He talked about an industry that was deregulated. He talked about the perfect product. He talked about a company and a vision statement that he had. And then he said, Joy, we're considering how we're going to launch this business. We're going to be involved in the deregulation of electricity in Texas. And we're looking at ways we're going to gather customers. Do we pursue a traditional business model that we spend millions and millions of dollars on advertising, direct mail, try to put our name on the side of an arena someplace to gather customers? Or he said, Joy, I've had some good friends that have encouraged me that I should at least consider network marketing as the vehicle to gather customers. He says, Joy, I've done the research. It's amazing about how network marketing can help us gather loyal customers, but I've never been in the industry. And he asked me, he said, Joy, I've got two questions for you. First of all, he said, am I going to embarrass myself getting involved in network marketing? Our family has a wonderful legacy in Dallas. His father and grandfather starting the 7-Eleven company, and him spending a lot of his youth making Slurpees. But his father and uncle built the largest franchise opportunity in the world with over 38,000 franchises. He said, Joy, am I going to bring shame upon my father and uncle's legacy by getting involved with network marketing? And so we talked about network marketing, talked about the strength of adding loyal customers, the ability to have homemakers, housewives, career women, as well as men of all vocations, be able to get involved and gather a handful of loyal customers. We also talked about the importance of the Direct Selling Association, or known as the DSA. The DSA is the industry watchdog and governing oversight, self-regulator of the direct selling industry. I was forced to be on that board for many years, and in 2002 and 2003 was chairman of that association. And I encouraged Jerry, if you're going to do this, you've got to get involved with the DSA immediately. And he said, why? Well, first of all, the DSA, before you can ever be a member, spends 1 year to review every part of your business. They review your contracts. They review your compensation plan. They review all of your literature, all of your promotional items to make sure that it is a legitimate business opportunity and there is not even a hint of anything inappropriate. And you want to make sure you have that label from day one and get involved. And Jerry made that investment right away. And we also talked about that if you're going to get involved with direct selling, the importance of that independent contractor. We call the marketing consultant. That every decision the company made needs to always consider what's the impact on our independent sales force. How is this going to touch their life and their compensation? And so we had a great conversation. We hung up, and then about 3 months later, I get a call back from Jerry. He says, Joy, we are going to launch. Now he had a name for it, Ambit Energy. And he said, and we are going to use direct selling and network marketing as the vehicle to gather loyal customers. He says, now, Joy, I have another question for you. Would you be willing to be one of our investors? Now, I knew he had already gathered a top-notch group of investors. His family, by far, the largest investors, one of the Hunt Venture funds, one of the Perot funds, groups that were not looking to invest to get out the next day, but serious families that had an awful lot of confidence in Jerry. And I was honored to be invited to be an investor. He really didn't need our investment. I believe it was a gut check. That I really believe what I said 3 months earlier. And so without hesitation, we invested with Ambit. And then month in and month out, we'd get emails telling us about the growth of the business, hurdles and obstacles that were overcome, turning the company profitable, into recognition, the expansion into Texas. and throughout Texas, then the expansion to New York, then the expansion into Illinois. And then a year ago, about 14 months ago, we're invited as investors to come to the annual meeting. There's now 3,000 people coming to Dallas Labor Day weekend. Now my wife and I, we've got a combined 50 years in direct selling. And we said, well, we have nothing better to do this weekend, we'll go down there. And we'll take a notepad and we'll take notes all weekend and we'll turn it in. This will be our gift to the company, our gift of insights and ways they can improve the business because we're the experts. We went and we sat down in the front row and started taking notes, but before long our notes were not about what we could do for the company, but what the company could do for us. We were so impressed with the caliber of people that were attracted to it, the passion for the business, the scope of the business, the leadership team. And as we're sitting there, we happen to be sitting beside Jerry Thompson's wife, Carolyn. And she leans over to my wife and says, y'all getting free electricity yet? My wife elbows me and says, we're not getting free electricity. Well, we didn't know the program yet. We thought it was an investor perk. If you invest in the business, why not get free electricity? And so we asked about that. We quickly learned there was another vehicle for gathering free electricity. And as the program is ending, we're all giving everybody a hug. And we're hugging people who don't even know because we're excited for them. And as Carolyn, we say goodbye, she says, y'all should do this. Well, I did a double take. What did she just say? I'm an investor in your business, and you want me to invest $429 more? And I couldn't believe she had the gall to ask us. Now, you want to serve on your board? You want to pay me $429? They charged me a lot more for what I was just going to, the notes from my meeting today, what I would charge a company for that kind of feedback. And I get in the car, and I'm talking to my wife, I said, you can't believe what she just asked us to do. She wanted us to be consultants, and then all of a sudden I felt very, very hypocritical. And the words of my grandmother, sort of hearing her, when she used to say, those that do, go do it. Those that can't, teach. I've been teaching direct selling and network marketing for 30 years. And as we began to drive home, we started thinking about, if we really believed in this industry, if we believed in this company, we believed in this product and this opportunity, why wouldn't we do that? As we're driving, we started thinking, we're getting excited, we're going to do this. And I said, wait. We've been on the board of the DSA. We know every company in the industry. We know every product. Is there something else we would rather represent? I mean, this is electricity, sort of yawn, electricity and natural gas. Is there anything else we would rather represent? And then we started thinking about what I hope you're thinking about right now. Why would you do Ambit Energy? Why would you get involved in this business? First of all, it's a service. It's not a product. I've been in a product business. Man, we had candles all over the place. We had silk flowers all over the place. They took over the garage. They took over the car. What I like about Ambit, there's no Ambit batteries in our home. There's no Ambit batteries in our garage. There's not a display of Ambit batteries up here for you to come by, sniff, smell, pass around the room. I don't deliver bad batteries for good batteries or pick up bad batteries and exchange batteries. It is a service, and better yet, you can't get it cheaper at Walmart. In addition to thinking about, is this a company I'd like to get involved in, we'd also thought about, is there another business we'd want to launch, another product we want to do? And I began to use the litmus test. Can I get that product or service cheaper at Walmart? You can't. It is a wonderful service. Everybody uses it. Everybody uses electricity. The power of part-time. You don't have to stop what you're doing to get involved with Ambit. You just do it in addition to that or at the same time. My wife and I, we think we're full-time Ambit bigwigs now. About 18 hours a week if we try to really stretch it out. But we can do a lot more in this business. But the power of part-time, it's about where you start. And that's what can provide you so much with Ambit. A wonderful compensation plan. Again, I know everybody in the industry. If there's a reliable company that's applied for the DSA and some that applied and were rejected, I've seen the compensation plans. This is a tremendous compensation plan. Not only allows you to grow a wonderful residual income, but it's about what you start. It's also a compensation plan that you can really spend some time, energy, and effort over 3 to 5 or 10 years. Then you can put it in your will. It can be given to your children or to a charity. All they have to maintain is 20 active customers. They will pay month in, month out, for on and on and on. But a wonderful compensation plan. Perfect time. We're excited about Maryland. We're excited about the opportunity of being in Pennsylvania in early 2011. But my favorite slide is the one that shows Texas, New York, and Illinois with that little bit of yellow at the bottom. Less than 2% market share. We have 0 market share here. And there's 40-something other states we haven't even touched yet. The perfect timing. Now you may say, well, I've been around network marketing before, and you're not one of the first 10 people there, it's too late. There's like 85,000 consultants now. My wife and I believe we're number 60,247. And we believe we have every opportunity that the first 10 that got in. All you have to do is look at that map. It's a $500 billion industry. We're really less than 1/10 of 1%. That